So hey guys, welcome to this quick tutorial on finding font style, font family, whatever front-end engineers develop, right? So this tutorial is going to be for manual testers who basically do the functional testing on front-end. Okay, so before I jump into the tutorial, I recommend you guys to visit my channel ProSDate with AJ, where I'm uploading all tutorials, all videos which are helpful for automation or manual testers, right? So let's quickly jump into the topic. Let's assume from your product owner, you might have received some requirement, something like that. And let me open up one text file here. Okay, and for instance, let's assume we are on Facebook page. So let's assume this is your uh, own product and you guys are developing this page, right? So for this particular text which is written in blue color, right? So they might have specified some requirements. Your product manager might have defined some requirements for this particular uh, text called Facebook. Okay, so let's try to understand how those requirements are specified, and those are done in let's say it could be called as a product specification or requirement specification document or something like that, right? So sometimes it is also called as product requirement document, PRD, right? In PRD, for this particular Facebook, this is your title, right? Title of this page. So let's say you have received requirement number one, something like the family, font family, you would say, font family of this text should be something like Helvetica, right? So we had to validate that whether the Facebook text is having this family. There are certain fallbacks for font family because these are external libraries. Sometimes if it does not load on some particular browser, it can fall back to, let's say, Arial. So this is a product requirement. If Helvetica is not loaded, it should fall back to Arial. Then even if this Arial font family is not loaded, then it should, let's say, fall back to Sans-serif. This is the requirement. Let's say second requirement for this particular text is something like style. What should be the style of this font text? So I'll just write here normal. Then let's say you got another requirement for this particular text is weight. What should be the weight of this font, text? Let's say 400. Fourth requirement you might have is something like color. Okay, so color can be written in RGB, it can be written in hex value. Okay, let's see. Hex value is defined in it's not simple blue color. It is specified in terms of hex value or RGB color, right? So it could be something like 1C, 1E, 2, 1. Okay, let's validate later, but for now, let's assume this is your product requirement. Next is, let's say, size. What should be the size of this text? Let's assume it is 14 pixel. And last requirement, line height. Let's expect this is to be 16 pixel, right? I'll save this as a requirement document. Now here on this page, how you guys are validating this? How you guys are validating this Facebook, right? So one quick solution here is to inspect open developer tools and check the CSS, but it is quite confusing. So I would recommend here to go into your Google, just check for what's font extension. You will get first link from Google itself. Try to download that font extension. What's font extension? It got installed. I'll just pin it so that it will be available here. So what's font is the Google Chrome extension. Okay, now let's see how we can use it. So you just simply have to click on it and hover on the text which is developed by your front-end developer. So if you click on that, what will happen? It will render what font family it is using, Helvetica, as we have this in requirement specification documentation, right? So Helvetica, this test case is passed. I will write here, this test case is pass. Next is style, right? So style you can observe here, it is normal, so it is also pass. Weight is also 400, so I would write here pass. Then color. Here they have specified 1C, 1E, 2, 1. Okay, but they have mentioned here in RGB. If you hover there, you will get hex code of that RGB color, right? 1C, 1E, 2, 1. That means our color test case is also pass. Next is size. Size as per requirement specification documentation, it is expecting 14 pixel. But here you can observe the size of this particular text is 12 pixel. That means our fifth test case got failed. And sixth is line height. Line height is 16 pixel. That means our sixth test case again got pass. So that's how you guys can validate the CSS, the attributes of particular text, and you can validate the UI components as per requirement specification documents, right? So that's all for this video. Bye bye.